I'm very pleased to be joined by Pennekamp. Did I say your name right?
Yeah.
Say it. You say it. I want to make sure I got it right.
Pennekamp.
Pennekamp or Pennekamp?
Pennekamp.
Say it again.
Pennekamp.
Wait, one more time.
Pennekamp.
I'm just messing with you. I got it. Okay. And your full name's Finley, right? But everybody calls you Finn?
Yeah.
Finn's an excellent name.
Thank you.
Already, we have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
You have kind of hair that makes you look roguishly handsome, and you got great glasses. How long you been a movie fan?
Pretty much forever. I would say I've been surrounded by movies since I was born. I live in a household that really appreciates and enjoys movies. My dad is a screenwriter and my mom was a producer, so they've kind of always shown me really good movies.
Where do you live?
I currently live in Franklin, Tennessee, which is right by Nashville.
All right. Tell everybody what movie you picked, because you picked a really interesting film.
So I picked a 1958 movie from Great Britain called A Night to Remember, about the Titanic and its sinking.
What do you like about this film?
I like the historical detail and the attention they put into the actual sinking. They actually consulted over 50 survivors and their families as technical advisors to help them recreate every single detail. The movie was made about 35 years before they actually found the wreck of the Titanic, so they didn't know it split in half. So the sinking in the movie includes it sinking as one piece, which is really the only major realistic flaw in the film.
Yeah, but as you just point out, they couldn't have known.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I guess some survivors could have told them, people who watched it. Yeah, right at the beginning of the film, you'll notice the thanks they give to, and included in it, I think, is the fourth officer on the Titanic, who clearly helped them with stuff. And then they said, all the survivors who helped share their accounts. Yeah, it's not this is not a regular movie. It's very impressive that you would seek this one out. Do you remember the first time you saw this movie?
Yeah, I think I saw it around when I was 4 years old on Filmstruck. Yeah.
Look, it's too awkward, and there's microphones up here, and there's lights, but I just want you to know, Finn, that I want right now to stand up and give you a hug, okay? You saw it on Filmstruck. Filmstruck was our streaming service that we ran that showed sort of independent film, art house, and foreign films, some of the stuff that we don't get to as much as we'd like to on TCM. So you watched Filmstruck?
Yeah, I watched it a lot when I was little and continued until it ended.
Yeah. Most of the actors here in A Night to Remember, they're British actors. Kenneth More is, I think, the only one whose name comes before a big, long list, and he plays the second officer.
Yeah, Charles Lightoller. He's the highest surviving ranking member of the Titanic's crew. The Titanic's crew took a lot of casualties during the sinking of the Titanic. They're one of the groups with the lowest survival percentage or rate.
And why do you think that is?
Because they helped everyone get off the ship.
They were heroic.
Yeah.
You might know offhand how long it took to sink.
I think it was 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's in the ballpark. I mean, at one point they thought they had like an hour and a half left, but when it started to sink, it was incredibly fast. And even as you said, the guy, what was the name of the second officer?
Lightoller.
It's not like he survived because he wanted to get off. He just happened to go into the water next to a lifeboat that was turned upside down, and he still was directing people and leading and trying to help.
Yeah. In fact, later in life, he went on to save more people by sailing his personal boat, the Sundowner, to Dunkirk to save British troops during the siege of Dunkirk.
So you're telling me, I didn't know that. So when all those personal boats went to try and rescue the British soldiers off Dunkirk, that he was in one of those boats. You know a lot about history. All right, Finn Pennekamp, Franklin, Tennessee, 13 years old. This is great. We got more to talk about after the movie. You want to toss to the film, give the year, maybe the director?
Here's the 1958 British film, A Night to Remember, by Roy Baker.
Nice job. I'm back with Pennekamp. Everybody calls you Finn?
Yeah.
You're smiling. Did I mess your name up?
Yeah.
What I did? I get it wrong?
You said Pennekamp. It's Pennekamp.
I said Pennekamp? Well, that's just not correct. Your name's Pennekamp. Who would say Pennekamp? Finley Pennekamp. Thank you for pointing that out. 13 years old, one of our 8 kid programmers this month on TCM, and a big history buff. I was a history major, so we have that in common. So the end of Night to Remember, like, how frustrating is it? How many times do you think you've seen the movie?
Probably over a dozen.
Is that right? Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Every time I've seen it, you've seen it more than I have. It's probably the 3rd time that I saw it. But How frustrated do you get at the crew of the Californian?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, the flares, the fact that it's not moving. At one point, they're like, it seems to be listing.
Looks a bit queer, doesn't she?
I'll try signaling her again.
As if she's listing.
That's because of the angle she's at to us.
Like, why not just go check? Why not just go check?
It's one of the greatest controversies about the sinking of the Titanic. They actually got called in when the British and American government were asking questions about if it could have been saved. The crew actually got called in.
The California crew, yeah. And then what was the name of the ship that did come to the rescue at the end?
The Carpathia.
The Carpathian, yeah. As they point out at the end of the movie, 1958, and of course it's much better now, but even by 1958, they made sure, hey, nobody's going to sleep in the radio room anymore. Like, the radio rooms are going to be manned at all times so that the word can definitely get out when a ship is in distress. Because the Carpathia, you saw what how that captain behaved. As soon as he knew it, he was like, everything we got, go, 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 go toward the Titanic. But it's crazy because nobody thought the Titanic could sink, right?
Yeah, everyone thought it was so unsinkable, and they really believed it, and it was kind of the pride of Great Britain at the time. So when it sunk...
On its first voyage.
Yeah, they put a lot of blame on Ismay, who survived.
The head of the line, yeah.
And they actually kind of viewed him as a coward because he snuck onto a boat when only women and children could get on the boat at that time.
I mean, it's crazy. How do you make that decision? Also, you know, if you see a lifeboat being lowered and there's 2 seats on it, like, you should probably get on. But, yeah, I mean, it's just you put people in a terrible situation.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of history?
The World Wars. I really like studying.
So I sort of oddly feel threatened by you, Finn. I mean, you're like 13 years old. You're so much smarter than I was at 13 years old. You know, I could never have done this at 13. I was too shy, way too shy. Are you still nervous?
No.
No. Because you're like, this guy's not that smart. I'm fine. I'm good. But you are an exceptional young man, and I want to thank you for coming. I put on a tie for you. I wasn't going to wear a tie at all for any of these kids, but you looked so good in your tie that I thought I'd throw one on. Who's your favorite filmmaker?
Steven Spielberg.
He's pretty good at his job. What's your favorite Steven Spielberg movie?
Jaws.
Jaws. When did you see Jaws? When did your parents allow you to see Jaws?
Years ago.
Like how old were you?
Maybe around 10.
10. I feel like you know in your heart you were 7, but you feel like you really need to cut your folks a break right now. Anyway, I met your dad. He's here with you. He's awesome. You're an exceptional young man. Thanks very much. It was great talking to you. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, you can come back anytime, talk movies. Finley Pennekamp, Franklin, Tennessee, one of our 8 kid fans this month. Finn's done for the night, but of course the movies continue here on TCM, and as always, they're uncut and commercial-free.
Next on TCM, The Mark of Zorro, then Simon of the Desert, and later, Viridiana. No tariffs on TCM imports tonight.